everybody. It's Sandy Sauvé, the processing supervisor here at UBAtracers.com. This is episode number 8 of the weekly work at home news, and we got lots to cover. It's been a crazy week. We do it today on, we have Cami McLennan on as another processor, so you get a view from another member, a member spotlight with Cami and myself. We recorded it a couple days ago, actually yesterday, but we had some technical issues on her end, and so we had to delay getting the rest of the video together to get it up for you guys. But without further ado, we are here. Those of you that have not heard of UBA Tracers before and are watching this on the wonderful world of YouTube, this is a program that you can check out in the show notes. We are accepting processors from around the world, not just in the United States and Canada, but as well in Europe and Asia and other parts of the world as well, in South America. So you can check that out. Go to ubatracers.com, create an account, and start going through the orientation. What else we got? We got the best part that I love to do every single week is the Rising Stars. These are new processors with us that have 10 or more submissions, and they're on their way to earning their very first check with UBA Tracers. So I'm going to quickly give this recognition out. I really like this portion of the weekly updates because a lot of people in this world just do not get recognized for much. Well, here we recognize you just for getting started. Okay, so Rodella Dean Smith, congratulations. Mark Sibley's, who is really tearing it up. He'll be on the leaderboards here not too far away, I'm sure. Debbie Lacey, Melissa Terry, Tony Gonzalez, Carol Dupree, Mark Telsky Jr., because we do also have a Mark Sr. This is his son now, I believe. Angela Rivers, Jennifer Mabin, Alexandra Greer, Molly Och, if I didn't say that too badly, Anna Davidson, Desiree Tay, Rosa Sanchez, Carol Cron, Abel Oduro, Felicia Silly, sorry Felicia, I know we've been communicating a little bit, and if I butchered the last name, I apologize for that. Nancy Lee, Karunko, Janet Carter, Chris Rifle, Joanne Lippett, Kathy Agee, and we're almost done. Lucius Coolett, Adele Graham, Louise Medina, Carl Bridges, Linda Parker, Craig Harrison, Bradley Densero, Karen Cesar. And these are our Rising Stars. If you're new, Rising Stars, all you got to do is get 10 in. That'll earn you your very first pay in a couple weeks through, a few weeks through on Friday's payout. Make sure those of you that are brand new, I just want to do some house cleaning here on the weekly update. Make sure that you get your once you go through the process in the members area of step 1, 2, 3, 4, step 4 it only needs required to be done once, and that is the payout option, because UBA Tracer does pay by company check. If you'd like it mailed to you, you can choose a direct deposit into your savings or checking account, or you can get PayPal, and it gets directly delivered to your e-wallet through PayPal, and then you can disperse that wherever you want, keep it and spend it online like I do sometimes, or get it deposited into your checking or savings account through that e-wallet platform. Okay, so, and make sure you get that done. The only reason, if you are an experienced processor, some of these Rising Stars and some of our experienced processors get the hang of it, but when you get to step 4, which is your payout option, you do every time you make a claim and a submission, you do not need to complete that form. We do get questions. Jennifer has passed on to me that probably 2-3 times a week people will change that, and you don't want to change that because then it resets the payout schedule for you, so it could take a little bit longer. If you do want to change it, make sure that you give notice about a week or 2 at least before your scheduled payout will change to the new payment option. If you change it every single week, it's going to delay things, so don't do that. And you only need to do it once. As long as it's filed with the company, you'll get an email back usually that will give you an update that it was correctly added and your payout option is live. The next thing we need to go through this week is the bonus program, which they extended, that they had as a trial throughout the summer, but because it worked so well, between September 1st and October 4th, processors submitting 10 or more full complete file submissions within a 7-day period up until Friday at midnight. Monday, it starts at, I guess, Sunday at 12:01, and it goes all the way to Friday at midnight, Mountain Standard Time. You receive $500 extra in cash. So not just your regular pay, but you also, well, for another month here, you will get $500 on top of that regular scheduled commission pay that you get for processing the unclaimed bank account forms. And this is, of course, in addition to all your other monies that you make. The next thing I want to talk about here, which has really taken off, and I guess it has made life a lot easier for the customer support and the processor support department, which is run by, as we all know, Jennifer Thrower. It waives the claim form step, so you need to be experienced, so you have to at least gone through it once. But in step 2, we have to not only, before we process our forms, we have to claim and make sure that we can get paid on them, that other processors aren't processing the same accounts. Although there is over 20 million accounts that we're processing and searching through together all simultaneously, this is the format that they use to make sure that people are getting paid before they do the actual work. So you must have at least 10 processing form submissions in before you can qualify for the Processor Pass program. But just imagine if you haven't yet in the future and you become a Pass member. I have a couple weeks ago now, and our guest today, Cami, as well, I believe she is. Most of the most experienced ones, because we didn't like doing the claims, waiting for the approval sometimes as much until the next business day. So it could take a long time before you can actually process your forms. This will eliminate that. If you would like to receive a Processor Pass and you have qualified by doing at least 10 account recovery submissions to UBA Tracers, you would head over to ubatracers.com. In the Contact Us section, just in the form there, just include your phone number and indicate that you would like Processor Pass. So in the normal contact form, just say I would like information on the Processor Pass, and they'll make sure that you're qualified, obviously, and then send you the additional information so you could sign up for that program. And it makes life so much easier. You get a special link designated to you that allows you to do 10 processing forms a day at no cost or anything like that. So you get to do 10 every day. You can do 70. You can't compile them or weigh them over if you miss a day, but you do get them automatically. You have your own link. You don't have to wait or email customer support. You don't have to wait for approvals. You don't have to do the claim forms, the yucky part, and you get everything done a lot quicker and more precise, and you are ready to go that way with the Processor Pass. Okay? Well, without further ado, and hopefully we've got this queued up properly. Like I mentioned before, this member spotlight today has been long overdue with Cami McLennan. She's been with us well over a year, I'm sure. You'll hear on the interview between me and Cami. And we have a little bit of fun. I know Cami for a long time now. We're working alongside with her as a processor for a long time. Last week we had Paul Bertzel, who is doing really well with the program, a different perspective last week. And of course, again, you will hear that today. This week, I do apologize for the delay in Cami's interview. We did record it twice. One, she had really bad technical difficulty on her mic. She doesn't have a regular microphone like I have, a headset. She just used her webcam audio, so it sounds like almost like a speakerphone. So just hopefully everybody comes through clearly and everybody can get the information. I tried to pause long periods of time in between so that Cami would give a good opportunity to answer the questions that I drilled her down on. So without further ado, that is right now. Here's that interview with Cami. Okay, so this is back to another episode of the Member Spotlight, and I have Cami McLennan on here today. We were having a bit of audio problems before we got on, but are you there, Cami?
Hi, I'm here.
Okay, so I got some questions for you that's going to help out with the other processors as they watch this episode number 8. So let's get going. Before you get started as a processor, what was your background online? Were you trying things online before? Did you do other things online to earn money?
Yeah, I had tried a few things, Sandy. You know, I've done a little bit of stuff from home. We traveled a lot with my husband's work, he's a police officer, so I never really had my own career, so I tried a couple of things to do from home to help out with the finances. We did Tupperware and Avon, and you know, I did all right with that. We did some cool things around the house, but I never really made a lot of money. I tried a multi-level marketing thing one time, like network marketing. It was pretty good. It was all online, but I just didn't have the skills, I guess. I wasn't very good at marketing and finding sales and stuff, so that didn't really work out. I was looking for something to do from home when I found UBA Tracers, and I'm so grateful for it. I was so grateful at the time because it was perfect. I hadn't really I did not have a lot of experience to build my own business per se, you know. So I was glad to find this. It worked out perfect. The timing was great.
Okay, well, good. There's similar background before I got started. How long have you been a processor now with UBA Tracers? And how long have you been with us?
I think it's well, actually, it'll be 2 years. Just like about a week before Halloween. So coming up on 2 years, Sandy.
So pretty close to just a month or two after I got started. So we've been here a long time. And are you a full-time processor now? Do you do it how much time do you put into your work with UBA Tracers?
Well, I don't know if I'd consider myself full-time. I definitely make full-time income. You know, I don't do anything else for work besides this. But I try to spend 3 or 4 hours a day at it.
Like mostly doing the searches, probably.
Yeah, exactly.
And like you have a full-time income now with it, but do you, and not so much full-time time-wise, but without getting into exact specifics or anything like that, but on a week-to-week basis, how much would you be bringing in a week just from UBA Tracers?
It averages about $4,000 a week, $4,000 a week. It's crazy, I know, but yeah, it's about $4,000 a week.
And another good question that some people, because there's 3 different ways you can get paid. How do you, I sometimes change mine from PayPal to direct deposit, but how do you have your payout option set up? What option do you use?
We just use PayPal.
Oh, you guys get it by PayPal too? Yeah, okay. And how do you organize your schedule? If you're spending 2-3 hours a day doing searches and things, do you keep your own files? Do you use a journal? How do you organize your day so that you're keeping track of everything up for yourself? And we know the company does that for us and stuff, but what do you do for your own records?
Well, when I first got started, I was keeping my own records. I was keeping a spreadsheet, but doing it by hand, pen and paper, the old-fashioned way. But I've gotten a little bit more skilled at Excel spreadsheets now. So I keep everything on a spreadsheet, and I keep 2 different files. I keep files of ones that I've spotted, like claims that I've spotted and kept my eye on. I've got another spreadsheet that I'm keeping of ones that I've got paid out on. It's a really great system. Yeah.
And because you've been with UBA Tracers for so long, you seem to be organized like me as we get the hang of it. What some advice, because there's a lot of the new processors watching right now, this week's edition with you on it, what can you give advice on, like that you would give a newer processor that's just joining, or someone that's just kind of been involved maybe only a week or a couple weeks? What would you give them? What would your advice be to them?
Well, I'd say first and foremost, don't wait, don't hesitate. Okay, so some people think that it's maybe they should put something off for a day or two or a week or two until they're in a better position financially, or perhaps they're they have more time on their hands. I'm glad that I did not wait. When I got started, I did not wait. I did not hesitate. I jumped in with both feet and started getting the job done that was put before me. It was the best thing I could do for myself because then the checks started coming in. Those paydays were really important to our family at the time, and they still are. So and they've gotten bigger and bigger, as I said. But you know what else is really important is keep your eye on the prize. And maybe we've heard that before, but if you keep your eye on the prize for us as a family is security and freedom, and the ability to be able to do some things that we could never have done before. So my best advice is, don't hesitate, but truly look at the long term. So this company's been around for a long time, and I don't think it's going anywhere. So look at the long term of what UBA can do for you and your family, and it can be really, really great. There's so much potential here to change lives.
Yeah.
We're doing a service to the community, right? Right, Sandy? It's people out there are getting. We're helping. It's a win-win-win. Everybody can win in this with what we're trying to help people do and what we're bringing to our own families.
It's definitely a goodwill thing on all aspects of it, for sure. Okay, well, hopefully everybody's enjoyed here, but I do have one more question for you, because I know that it's only been a couple weeks now that I recently became involved with the Processor Pass. Have you became a Processor Pass member too?
I have. I'm so thankful that the company developed this for us. Isn't it awesome? I love it. I love the pass. It's made my life so much simpler.
We don't have to do the claim portion anymore. That's the best part for me.
Yeah.
We always have to wait for the approvals, but now we don't have to. Okay.
That's right. Well, everything's smoother and quicker, and yeah.
When are you just a fun note on you, when are you getting your YouTube channel ready? I know we talked about it before, but when are you going to start doing that?
Oh, you keep pushing me on that, don't you? I'm so close. It's right out of my comfort zone, but I'm real close, Sandy. How's that?
We've heard that before. Okay, I'll leave you on that, and then I'll call you later and bug you about it again. But I appreciate you being here, Cammie.
Okay.
And hopefully we can have you back sometime like that. And some of the viewers will probably watch for your
my pleasure.
YouTube channel when I get you to finally do it. Okay. Thanks for being here.
It won't be long down the road. Thank you so much. It's been fun. Thanks, Sandy.
Well, that does it, folks, for another edition of episode 8 of the weekly Work at Home News. Next week's episode guest on the member spotlight will be Brian Cook. Brian's been, again, a long time. Obviously, I went to the people that I knew more at the beginning, but I do have scheduled. I've been reaching and having good communication with some processors that have been here 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks now, too, so they're a little bit less experienced than our first 3 previous guests, which next week we'll have Brian Cook. He's from the United States. He's made a tremendous amount of income with UBA Tracers, along with Cammie and myself and some of the other leaders out there. We're going to pin him down, and I am going to record that and then get that to you guys next week, so you can get another perspective of another member spotlight. And we like to continue doing that. It's been becoming a very popular part of the segments in the weekly Work at Home News, as I do get emails, and so does Jennifer, looking for the news member spotlight. But I'm trying to catch up. As you know, I'm really busy as a processing supervisor, and I'm trying to line them up 3-4 weeks in a row and make sure, do a test even before we do the recording now. I'm learning and living and making it better for you guys on these reports every single week. So be patient with me. I appreciate it a lot. Hopefully you've enjoyed today's edition. Get out there and be serious about what you're doing. You're in a good spot with us. Even though it does maybe take you a little while to get going, make sure that you're going through those, the orientation and the step-by-step videos to make sure you're doing everything right so that your payment doesn't get delayed. My name is Sandy Sove, and if you would like, and you're listening to this open on the YouTube channel, you want to head over to ubatracers.com, get yourself signed up. There's no cost to get started, and you could become a processor right along with us. Make sure that you watch that orientation video so you know everything in details about this opportunity and why there's so many people flocking to UBA Tracers to get started making money from home. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next week on episode 9 on the weekly Work at Home news. Bye for now, guys.